Pretty kind of a whirlwind, interesting time in the SEC. A lot of good programs, a lot of interesting games, a lot of really fucking good games coming up to end the season now. But I don't know who the SEC team is to beat. We can kind of go through it and maybe land on one. Obviously, I think we've kind of said Texas has moved into irrelevant territory in this topic. Georgia lost to Bama again. They can't beat them. Bama lost to Florida State. LSU lost to Ole Miss. Texas A&M and Missouri remain unbeaten, and Missouri has Bama next. So there's a couple of teams that we could go with here. A lot of good ones. I think the team that no one's really talking about enough is Missouri. Granted, they've played some pretty dog shit teams so far. But if you look into what Missouri is doing this season, they are shit pumping everyone, right? Missouri has allowed the second fewest points per game in the nation. They've allowed the fewest rush yards per game. They are fourth in yards per game, seventh in points per game. And like I said, they've done it against a bunch of garbage, and I'm not exactly ready to buy into Missouri yet. As much as they're like in the top 5 across the board, they've dominated everyone. You're supposed to dominate the bad teams, and they have absolutely done that. But I got to see what they do against Bama first before I'm going to go with Missouri as the team to beat. I'm going to go Ole Miss on this one, as right now they're the team to beat. They're number 4 in the nation. They just beat LSU, who has had one of the most elite defense. Say what you will about their offense. It's dog shit. We had an LSU fan on the show last week say how bad that team is on offense, how much LSU fans are so sick of Brian Kelly and are willing to chip in for the Brian Kelly buyout, it seems like. So they're done with him. They're done with the offense. They're done with Nussmeier, but that defense has been outstanding, and Ole Miss took care of business. If you can take care of business against that LSU defense, I got a bit of love for you, right? They currently rank ahead of Bama and Georgia in a ton of metrics. They're dominating them both in yards per game. They have more points per game, as many yards per game as Bama. They have as many rush yards per game as Georgia. And Georgia hasn't been like a world beater on defense like of previous years. They're not like that same something. They're just not the same Georgia as previous. And like we talked about him. You talk about Trinidad Chambliss. Their quarterback at Ole Miss is balling the fuck out right now. He's playing unbelievable football. So give me him at quarterback. Give me Lane Kiffin, what he's got cooking on that team. I'm going Ole Miss right now as like the team to beat. They got a tough schedule coming up. Oklahoma's a fair contender. The former, Big 12 teams? Kind of like Missouri, Oklahoma. There's a couple Big 12 teams holding up the SEC right now. Crazy enough. But I'm going Ole Miss. Challenge me. What you got?
I hate to say it. I just think Kalen DeBoer actually has got it together now. He's figured this Alabama thing out, and we know he can win with just Washington. So I think he has the pedigree, the offense, and I think he has one of the best quarterbacks to starting to show best quarterbacks. And see, I'm big on just football is a quarterback game. So I'm going with Alabama. Yeah, I'm going with Alabama, but I'm listen, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Listen, I think they're still a little young, so I'm not sure if just College Station is ready for winning, but if I didn't say Alabama just because of the legacy, and I think those kids in Alabama are starting to realize, hey, we don't want to be the kids that lost the Alabama legacy. So I think Alabama will win the SEC, but I think here, just creeping in here, Texas A&M, they look good. So I got to see them versus the big dogs first and see where they're going to go. But I'm not sure if Texas A&M couldn't win the SEC this year because, I mean, just their quarterback, Reed, is just outstanding. So I'm with you with Ole Miss, though. Ole Miss is scary. Ole Miss is really scary offensively. So
they're not bad on defense. They're not great on defense, but they're certainly not bad. And Alabama was my team. I was kind of spending a bit of time going between Ole Miss and Alabama because I didn't want to admit that Bama isn't as bad as they look to start the season
at all.
And I love that they're giving Caden Proctor, the big fella, involved on offense. The big 300-pound fella's getting the ball. I love seeing it. I love it. And Ty Simpson, I was not ready to buy into Ty Simpson. I thought he was just another Alabama quarterback that, hey, he's a good Alabama quarterback, but ultimately this is not a pro quarterback. And it seems like he keeps getting better. He's improving. Obviously, Ryan Williams is a freak threat any game. He can just pop off for 200 yards if he wants to, and they got 5 stars everywhere, man. So it's hard
everywhere.
not to. Georgia, though, I mean, and Oklahoma too. John Mateer going down really hurt their chances for me because John Mateer was probably the Heisman front runner when he went down. So Oklahoma still is a very, 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 very good football team. SEC is going to be tight at the top, man. It's going to be tight. Tennessee's no fluff either, no joke.
Yeah, they're playing.
The fucks with Vanderbilt. they're playing football. I mean, but yeah, SEC's tight. I don't know. Ole Miss, Bama. I think where would you put Ole Miss then? Curious.
Oh, I would go Bama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. So,
Okay.
you know, I just didn't want to say Ole Miss with you, but I would go Bama, Ole Miss. No, Texas. No, not Texas. I mean, I would go
A&M.
Bama, Ole Miss, Georgia, then Texas A&M.
I was gonna see what you're gonna say if you could put Georgia ahead of them or not.
Kirby is just he knows how to win.
Yeah,
man.
I can't discount Georgia.
Yeah, when you got good, I think just good coaching and good quarterback play is football now. And sometimes when you just got a good coach, they'll figure it out. I mean, I think the SEC is still not as good as the top Big Ten right now because I just think Ohio State and Oregon are just the two best teams in college football right now. So I still think SEC is not as dominant as they used to say. They got all the talent, but I think the best two teams in college football is Oregon and Ohio State.
And Oregon might just have the best quarterback in the nation right now. Dante Moore is playing his ass off. That transitions well into the final topic today.